Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have a fun video for you today where I'm just going to be showing you some of my favorite and most essential tools for writing. So hopefully you'll find this fun. I did talk about some of these tools on one of my live videos recently, but I'm going to also show you a few other things and give you a better look, because when we were doing the live, all I could do was kind of hold it up like this. So now I'm going to get a chance to show you a slightly deeper look at some of the tools that I couldn't live without as a writer. I had planned on putting up a video today about editing my novel, The Witch's Key, but as it is Mother's Day weekend, I just simply didn't have time. So hopefully you guys will get that editing vlog next weekend. But for now, I hope you enjoy this inside look at my favorite writing tools. Okay, so let's go through some of my must-have tools for being a writer. So of course, one of the most important ones is the computer that I write on. So I haven't been able to use this as much now that we're kind of stuck at home, but typically all my writing retreats, all of my writing out at Barnes & Noble and Panera and other places with friends, which I really love to do, is done on this baby right here. And you can see that I have this gorgeous skin on it. I always forget if this is a Samsung Pro or a Plus, and they've actually just come out with something new called the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook. But basically this is a Chromebook, and I think it's the Samsung Galaxy Pro. I don't know. It has an S Pen that comes out of it right here, similar to my phone, because I also have the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 right now, and I love it. These decals are just like vinyl stickers that come on and off. So I can put them on, I can take them off and put them back on. They're really, really good quality. I also will often put one of these on my phone as well, because I find that when I start working on a book, it's really fun to go ahead and put some piece of the book cover onto my devices as inspiration. So these come from Decal Girl. I'll link down below, but you can upload your own photos. I don't have these for sale or anything like that, but there are lots of artists who do sell cool artwork, and you can get decals for all kinds of things, like including your Xbox and just all kinds of things, probably Nintendo Switch Lite if you have one. So this is the newer cover for my book Death's Awakening, and I put this on the cover of my laptop a while back because I have been working on the final book in the series for too long to even talk about. It's terrible. I've been working on it so long, and I'm hoping I'm actually going to have it finished soon. But when you spin it around, so that's obviously the back of the laptop, and when you spin it around, there's another skin or piece of the skin that goes on the part with the laptop. So this is a sneak peek at the cover for the final book in the series that's called Fate's Surrender. And so that's what I have here. This little laptop, this Chromebook, is really nice and thin. It's very light, and the battery lasts me about 12 hours or more. And so I pretty much never have to charge it when I'm out, which is great, because if you ever know about doing computery stuff out at Barnes & Noble, it's almost always impossible to find a space with an outlet. And so this is my probably most loved writing tool. And when we were looking at what to get for Mother's Day, I did think about upgrading this because I've had this for at least 3 or 4 years, and I've thought about getting something new. But truth be told, I really just love this, and I've written a lot of my books on it. Right now, I'm doing a lot of my writing up in my gaming space that you guys saw transformation of in a previous vlog, so I'll link that for you down below. But in typical times when we are not stuck indoors, this is my preferred place to write, is right here on this Chromebook, and I love it. Another one of my favorite writing tools, and I've shown you guys this before as well, is my plotting notebook. So this is a Happy Planner Deluxe cover, which is just like a leather feeling, but it's not real leather. Right now, because I've been writing, it's a little bit messier in the cover than normal, plus Evie was kind of playing around with some stuff, so it's a little bit askew. But a Happy Planner is basically a type of planner that uses these discs. So all of these discs are separate, and you can take everything you've got here off of the discs. And I really like doing that for my plotting notebook, because then I can add pages and take them out, but keep the notebook the same. I just recently got these gorgeous metal, like lavender or purple discs, which I think looks great with this cover of my first book, Beautiful Demons, and it looked so good with the purple. Then I just have some little things here, like stickers that I use for plotting. Here's the little Sardine sticker. How cute is that? I haven't actually taken the backing off and put it anywhere, but I'm probably going to keep it somewhere here in my plotting notebook, maybe. So I have just various stickers and washi tapes and things that I like to use when I'm plotting. These covers I made myself just by printing it out on cardstock and laminating it, but I really would like to get an even heavier laminating sheet because this is the 5mm and I think 10mm would be like heavier. So what I have in here is each cover, you'll see them kind of here and there, has a separate section for plotting. So right now, I currently have 4 books that I'm keeping notes for in this plotting notebook. The book that I'm currently working on, which is right now I'm doing edits for The Witch's Key, is always the one that I move to the front. And this is why I love using this type of notebook, because you can move things around as much as you want. So I have all of my notes here for The Witch's Key, which includes my plotting notes, any type of brainstorm notes. This is part of my editing notes that I was working on. And yes, I love to use lots of washi tape and stickers when I'm doing all of this sort of stuff. I do use also Post-it notes a lot of the times if I want to move things around. And so I love that I can just add sheets, I can print some out, I can add more things. Like if I run out of pages to do my notes, then I just add stuff. So I've got all my editing notes here. You can see I've used a lot of Post-it notes here for things that I'm moving around. I also have a writing tracker where I keep track of how many words I've written in each sprint or each words that I've written each day. So I tracked that all the way through the entire Witch's Key project. So all of those notes are here. Then when you get to the end of this, I have the next book's cover also laminated. So I've got Fate's Surrender. And then inside this notebook, I have all of my notes for Fate's Surrender. And there's a lot of those because I've been working on it for a long time. In this section, because there's so many points of view too, I've used washi tape to create little tabs on the end so that I can go straight to Parish's notes or Noah's notes or Carmen's notes and so on. And I can tell whose notes they are by the color of washi tape. There's a little black one there for the dark one as well. Then after all of that, I also have Vengeful Darkness and all of my notes for that book. And the 4th book back here, which I do have covered as well, is a book I was writing last year called The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. And I did get more than halfway through that book as well. So I've got all my notes there. Then I have another sticker book. This is the Wrong Wrong sticker book in the back. And I just tend to use, you can see kind of here, I use a lot of stickers and things in my plotting, not because you have to, but just because I want to. So this is kind of one of my other big tools for getting my writing done is the plotting notebook. Now this puppy is actually difficult to carry with me. So here's the other thing that I do. So because this doesn't fit well into a backpack and tends to just stay here at the house, I will create these little booklets out of washi tape. And I've just recently made this since I'm going to be working on the edits for this book. So this is going to be my editing, kind of my editing notes. But I have a video on how to create like a little note booklet out of just index cards. So these are just big index cards and I have taped them together using different colors of washi tape. I just like to keep things nice and color coded so it makes it really easy. So pink is for Carmen. And so when I start my edits and I'm in full force on the rough draft being finished for Fate's Surrender, I will fill this out and put all my notes in here. I probably won't actually do it unless we're able to leave, because as long as I can have this on my desk, it works great. The problem is, since I can't carry it with me, I need a portable notes booklet that has all my plotting notes, my main notes in it, that fits easily into my backpack. So I probably will only fill this out and use it if we're able to leave the house. If we're gonna stay home, I'll just keep holding on to this one. So I know that I was saying all of my notes go into that big plotting note booklet, but I do actually keep this composition style Webster's Pages notebook as well. Now you can tell just from the size that this is a lot easier to carry around with me than that big one. This one is basically just my brainstorming notes. These are not necessarily things that I need to keep in mind. This is just like I've got to write all my ideas down as they come, and so I write them in this journal for whatever book I'm currently working on, and sometimes several books will go into this journal. And then I just have like some extra stickers and washi tape and things in the front cover. And this is super light because it's just basically like a composition size notebook. These notebooks I got from May Designs, and you can see up here I have a bunch of them. And so I do tend to write all my brainstorming notes into these notebooks because they're so light and easy to keep my notes on. So this will basically just be what you could call a brain dump notebook. It's not necessarily like the actual plot, but in order to figure out the characters, like what would Harper do next, or how is Jackson going to react to this event, I just have to write through it because just sitting there thinking about it doesn't work for me. I need to either talk about it or write it down. And so instead of filling this notebook with just all of those thoughts, like just a million thoughts, I tend to fill these notebooks. So for example, if I'm going out to a coffee shop and all I'm doing is brainstorming what's going to happen in the story, this is the one that I'll take, and I won't even take my laptop with me. So this is the next thing that is a must-have tool for me. This is my most used pen case. Now, if you want to see a collection of all of my pen pouches, which I have more than 50, which is crazy, I know. You can go to my Heart Breathings channel. I can link that for you down below as well. But this is the one that I've been using probably for a couple of years now. It's my favorite. It's a Lehet Lab Smart Fit teal pencil case. So let me open it up and show you what's inside. Here on the side, I do just have like a little ice cream cone and a Hello Kitty dressed as Donatella because I have to have Hello Kitty with me wherever I go. I will be doing a video. I've actually already recorded it for Heart Breathing showing what's all in this, so I won't go too deep into detail, but I carry my business cards with me in case anybody asks like, oh, you're a writer, what do you do? Because that does happen. If I have this laptop showing, people will be like, oh, that's a beautiful picture, what's that from? And it'll start conversations, and that's always fun. I actually had an experience last year when I was staying in a hotel where somebody came up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, is that from the Shadow Demon Saga? I think I recognize that cover. My sister reads those books, and that was kind of cool. It was one of the first times I've ever been like recognized in public, which just kind of blew my mind. So I always keep a couple different colors of markers, some extra pencil lead, some screen cleaner from Erin Condren, a ruler. I have some adhesive tape. I usually have some kind of crystals with me if I can get it out. So this is an amethyst, which I've been carrying with me a lot lately for self-confidence and things like that, inspiration. Then over here, I just have some page flags and an eraser. Usually there's also a Hello Kitty in here, but I don't feel her. So I think I might have taken her out. Oh, and there's a rose quartz point in there and some scissors. So a lot of stuff goes into this little bag. Now this side of it has double zipper and it only unzips that far on each side. The other part of this zips all the way open, so let me do that. Okay, so this part zipped all the way open, and this is one of the reasons I love and adore this pen case or pencil case, because it opens all the way flat. So when I go out writing, I can just open this up, put it to the side, and I've got really easy access to all my pens. So I have a couple of mild liners, a Hello Kitty My Melody pencil, so that's where I needed that extra lead. I have a Uni-Style Fit multi-pen that has 5 different colors in it, a Muji pen, a Tombow Mono drawing pen, felt tip pen, and then I have this gorgeous pen from Villa Beautiful that I love. This one I think is called Cherry Bomb. Look how gorgeous that is, you guys. Got to bring some bling with me whenever I go out writing. But when I do a lot of my brainstorming, this is the pen that I'll use. Then these are my color-coded pens because, like I have told you guys a million times, I absolutely love to color code my plot notes. So I've got, you know, purple for Parrish, pink for Carmen, and so on down the line. So I make sure that I always carry my favorite pens. So in terms of my absolute favorite writing pens lately, I've been using these Pilot Precise V5 RT pens. And not only do I use the retractable pens that you can get pretty cheap at Walmart, like I think I got this entire set for maybe $8 at Walmart, but I also have these gorgeous Kiki K pens. Like this one is a rose gold pen. I have that same pen that's inside this. You can buy the refills on Amazon for the Pilot Precise V5 refills, and it fits inside my Kiki K pens. So if you can see this, this is those same pens. So even though this one is much more fancy looking, these are actually the same type of pen. And for my writing and my brainstorming, it's my favorite thing to use. Just a few other things. Obviously, I've got some little flair, my ruby pen, an antique Hello Kitty, a Hello Kitty from a Loot Crate, another antique Hello Kitty that my sister-in-law gave me, a little Donatella style cat or Tokidoki cat. In here I have some page flags and some whiteout and just a little bit of Simply Gilded washi tape. And then this is just a paper clip if I need it. I made this myself with some ribbon from Michaels. And I have another washi card. So this is just some washi tape. As you saw, I like to use a lot of washi tape in my plotting notes. So I have that back there. This little card is just for looks, to kind of have a backing back there. And then I always carry a few different tarot cards with me. So for example, my tarot card of the year this year is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is from the Everyday Witch Tarot, which I love. And I carry this Wheel of Fortune card or whatever happens to be my yearly growth card. And if you guys are interested in knowing more about my tarot journey, I can definitely do a video on that as well. And how I figure out my yearly growth card. But also my lifetime growth card is the Empress. So I always carry her with me as well. And sometimes I'll have another card if I have like something that's been showing up a lot or something that's on my mind, I'll carry that. Then I have this little metallic bookmark from Wonton in a Million that's just super cute, but it's also nice to have like an extra bookmark just in case you need it when you're out and you want to bookmark something. So that's basically what I carry with me all the time, and you can fit, you know, so much in here. I used to carry even more pens, so this is kind of where this bad boy comes in, and I did show you guys this on my live video, so I won't go into it too much, but this is a bigger Erin Condren pouch, and inside of it, let me open it up real quick. So inside of it, it fits a lot of stuff. I have even a broken rubber band in there, but I have all of my color-coded note cards with all my plotting notes on it. I mentioned in my video before, in case you missed it, that when I am doing a lot of different POVs, so the book that I'm working on right now, not The Witch's Key, which is in edits, but the rough draft I'm working on, which is called Fate's Surrender, I have 8 points of view. I couldn't find enough of the colored index cards that I wanted, so I just made my own out of cardstock. So I bought cardstock at like Michaels and then cut them down to size. I use white on the index cards that don't show the black very well, which seems to work out nicely. And usually I have them all nicely bound with a rubber band, but apparently it broke. Then I also carry in here various types of pens. I have these Jelly Roll Moonlight pens. These are the pens that write on dark colors. They're like neon kind of milky ink. Then I also have these Sepia pens in various colors depending on the color code of the story, as well as some Tombow dual brush pen markers. So I pretty much always carry that stuff in here with me as well. So that's what goes in this, is the index cards and all the different pens. So especially if I know that I'm going to be doing heavy plotting, I will carry this bag in addition to the pencil case. If I'm mostly just going to write and I might make a few notes along the way, I'll take my laptop and I'll just take this little guy. And I can't even tell you guys how sad I am that I can't go out right now and go writing, because I really, really love to go out writing instead of always being at home, and being stuck here in the house has been a little bit of a challenge. This is my planner. Even though I don't use this for my plotting, I do use my planner for my writing plan and other things like that. So I have this planner that I love, and I actually designed the inside of this myself. So I designed the monthly inserts as well as these weekly inserts that you'll see. Look at this sweet girl. So these weekly inserts are my design, and I have this planner for sale on Etsy. But I not only plan my week and when I'm going to be writing or when I'm going to be editing. So this is like a huge part of my writing process is planning. So I got to have a planner that I love. And then I also have a daily plan as well. So the edits that I'm supposed to get done, the writing that I'm supposed to do, it all gets planned in here. But I also have another section of this planner that is all about the social media posting that I'm going to do. And keep going. I have a section that is my writing plan. So when am I going to finish the book? How long is it going to take me? What word sprints am I doing? What books am I reading? And other types of notes. So I keep a lot of my writing notes and things in here. And speaking of planners, there is one more planner that I use on a regular basis for my writing. So I'm going to show you that real quick too. So this is my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. I keep it in this planner folio, which is kind of like, I don't know, it's that squishy material. I don't know what it's called, but I have a couple different covers for it. This is the one that I've been using lately. And this cover, I also can put some pins in. This is that same Kiki K type of pin with the Pilot Precise V5 refill. I keep different stickers in here. And then the planner itself lives in the back. I can exchange this cover as often as I want. So I have a couple different covers that go with it, but this is my writing plan. So whereas I've got my story stuff in these two notebooks, like my brainstorming, all my plotting, this is all of my marketing, all of my ideas for how I'm going to do the live videos, what types of giveaways to do, and all of that sort of thing. So you can see kind of more about my schedule for the videos, when I'm going to release the book, what type of advertising I'm doing for the month. A lot of that will be here. And then it's just monthly spreads. And then in the back, it's a bunch of note pages. So in the back, you can see I sometimes will plan out some story ideas here if I don't have my other brainstorming notebook with me. But I also will plan, like I'll work out my blurbs here, any type of launch plans that I'm going to do, any type of promotions I'm going to do. All of that goes into this notebook. And so this is kind of my promotional notebook, and I love it. And it's an essential tool of my writing business there as well. This is my Kanban board. It's a productivity board where at the beginning of every quarter, I put all of the tasks I plan to do up on those top sticky notes. As I'm doing them, they go in the middle, and then when they're done, they go in the bottom. And this is my number one favorite productivity tool. And this first goal over here, this purple one, this first goal is always related to my writing. So it's just another tool that I use for my writing and my promotion, it's kind of how I manage my time. But for example, like when I'm finished editing a chapter, I get to move a sticky note down, or whenever I finish a new vlog, I get to move a sticky note down. And the goal, of course, is that by the end of 90 days, all of those will be down to the bottom. Okay, so as long as we're being real, this is also one of my favorite writing productivity tools. Don't mind the mess. I just made coffee this morning, so I haven't cleaned this out. But basically, this Nespresso machine is one of my favorite writing tools. It is not clean right now, y'all. This is real life. But this Bianco Leggero is my favorite of the Nespresso espressos. So this is made to go with milk, and all you have to do is you do like that, it gets rid of the old one, you put the new one in, and you make some coffee. So I drink this espresso probably twice a day, often with milk, and I just do frothed milk, no sugar or any other kind of creamer, just regular milk. And this is definitely one of my favorite writing tools. I also love if I'm out at Starbucks, getting a flat white. That's my favorite drink. No sugar, nothing extra, just a flat white. That's my favorite. And of course, we do need to talk about favorite writing tools online. So my favorite program to write in is hands down Google Docs. A ton of writers will use something called Scrivener, and I used to use that, but I had all kinds of problems with it personally, but I won't go into it because people get very like protective of their Scrivener. If you love Scrivener, you are usually a diehard fan of it. It just didn't work for me. I much prefer Google Docs. So you can see I have all of my which is key here in Google Docs. And I also will create a separate doc that I have for my edits and another doc for my uploading notes and things like that. But I love using Google Docs. I can also share this with my beta readers and they can read it all in one document with me. So I love it. It's my favorite tool. And then YouTube, believe it or not, is another one of my favorite writing tools because I can listen to music. So Chilled Cow is pretty much my favorite. I do also listen to a lot of Google Play music. When I'm out especially, I will download stuff on Google Play. But lately I've been listening to a ton of this right here, lo-fi hip hop radio, beats to relax or study to. It's my favorite thing. I have been writing to this every single time. Every time I'm writing The Witch's Key, this is what I'm listening to. So I'll link that for you guys down below as well. So that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below. I hope that you are having a wonderful Mother's Day if you're here in the United States and just a great weekend wherever you are in the world. Don't forget that my novel, The Witch's Key, is coming out in just over a week on May 19th. So go ahead and grab your copy on pre-order. The paperbacks will also go live hopefully sometime around May 19th, but those you'll not be able to pre-order. So stay tuned for news and links on that. You can find all the links to buy that as well as my anthology, Once Upon a Kiss, which today is the last day to get it for 99 cents. All of those links are down below in the description box. And that's it, you guys. I will see you again every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, including this upcoming week at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, live here on my channel. This upcoming week, I will be reading my original short story called Loxley, which is a game-lit story, actually. It's a little bit different. It's a virtual reality and fantasy kind of mix. It was such a fun story to write. I would love to someday write an entire series on this story, and it is based on the tale of Robin Hood in a very interesting and twisty kind of way that's really fun. So I hope you'll join me as I read that story live starting tomorrow, Monday, May 11th, right here at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will also put a link to a time zone converter down below so that you can figure out what time that is wherever you are in the world. Eastern time is New York City time, so hopefully that will help you find us. All right, thank you guys so much. I am just blown away by the support of you guys on this channel. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you and spend some time with you this upcoming week. Bye.